Well, Mojovia, welcome to the October installment of the 12-Minute Modelsphere. Dave, how you doing?
Doing good. How are you doing?
I'm all right.
It's nice to have power, isn't it?
It is. It's nice to have electricity. It's been an interesting couple of weeks, but I think I'm going to save that until episode 125's What's Up in Your Model Sphere, because we can go on for a while.
Yeah, well, I'm just glad you got power so we can record again.
Well, we'll get to tease that a little more because we always start this thing off with where we've been and where we're going for the coming month. And I'll let you start that one off.
Where we've been, well, some of us have been to Shepherdsville, Kentucky. Our local club here, the Military Modelers Club of Louisville, held its annual invitational show. And this year they moved back to Paraquet Springs, which is a convention center in Shepherdsville, Kentucky. And it was scheduled for Saturday, the 28th, which many people will remember as the day after the hurricane hit Tennessee, Kentucky, Georgia, North Carolina. So it was a little wet. It was rainy, but the facility had power and it didn't seem to hurt attendance much at all. I think there was one vendor who couldn't make it. And I know there were a few modelers who had been planning to come, but didn't.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah. It was a great show. Got to catch up with Inch High, Jeff Groves, Warren Dickinson, Lee Fogel. Got to see a lot of listeners. Great contest, 432 models. Great vendor area. I managed to find things to buy. And as always, a fantastic raffle. Frankly, the best raffle at any model show that I've ever been to. And it was a fantastic time. I had a great time. And again, we urge people to go to contests because of the fact that they're fun. And it's not just you get to see a lot of really nice models, although you did get to see that. There were some great models on the tables. But the important part was the spending time with modeling friends and making new modeling friends. Had a great time.
Well, I'm glad you did while I was at home keeping up morale in a house with no power in the pouring rain. So yeah, I'm done shooting my mouth off about see you on Saturday and here's where I'm going to be and what I'm going to do because you just never know. But the plan is for us to hopefully both be in attendance at the MMSI show in Schaumburg, Illinois, up in Chicagoland a little later in the month.
Yep.
The room is booked, but the gremlins haven't crept into the machinery yet. So,
well, let's hope they don't.
Let's hope they don't.
Right. You've had your you've had your serving of gremlins for the month.
It was unfortunate, but I was not able to make good on my plans to be at the MMCL show. So hopefully you and I and a bunch of our friends will be in Chicago taking that show in for the first time in a long time.
Yep. I'm looking forward to this. MMSI is just such a really great show. And because it's figure focused, it's different. Just like the same way we went to the AMPS National earlier this year. And while it's a model show, it's just different because the focus is concentrated. Same thing applies at MMSI. You get to see a lot of beautiful modeling and creative art that you might not even get exposed to at a regular model show.
Well, Dave, October is a 2-episode month. We've got episode 125 and 126 come up, but like the ripples in the pond that spread ever outward, the residual effects of not being able to attend the show means our planned episode to cover the MMCL show with the on-site recording and all that jazz never happened.
Yep.
So what we're going to do for episode 125, since this segment or this show format has gotten kind of popular since we've done it twice already, We're going to have another shop talk. We'll cover 3 or 4 topics at a little more depth as we've done in the prior episodes, and hopefully we'll come up with some good ones, Dave.
Yep, I think that I think we've got some stuff to talk about. There's some interesting conversations to be had.
I think so. Well, a little later in the month, we're going to have episode 126. And right now, we're going to kind of cop out, and we're going to call that the mystery episode.
We have plans, but we don't have them firmed up yet. So
that's right.
We don't want to advertise and not deliver. We'd rather keep you on tenterhooks.
Oh, I've already done that once.
Yeah. Well, again, none of that was anything but gremlins in the machine.
So hopefully our plans will come through, and we'll piece that together, and episode 126 will be what we have in mind. If not, we'll have to pivot, and no one will be the wiser.
That's right. It'll look like we planned it all.
Well, it didn't rain out the dojo.
No, it did not rain out the dojo. The dojo is hopping. As of this recording, the dojo has 4,939 members, and I'd like everyone who's listening, who's a dojo member, go to your Facebook friends list and invite all of the modelers who are in your circle who aren't already dojo members. Please invite them to join the dojo. We'd love to get over 5,000, and the best way, again, just like the podcast, the best way for us to get new dojo members is to have current dojo members recommend.
Well, I'll go one further, because the Plastic Model Mojo Facebook page still outpaces the dojo. So everyone who's following us on the Facebook page is not a member of the dojo.
Gotcha.
So if you're following us on Facebook, just the Plastic Model Mojo Facebook page, not our dojo group, slide on over to the dojo and join and get in on the fun.
Absolutely, because there's a lot going on in the dojo. There's a lot of good builds going on. Like I said, we're seeing regular posts from a lot of really talented modelers across the entire spectrum of modeling. Plus, we're getting it again. It's fall show season, and we're now getting people who attend shows to post show photos. Our friends Evan McCallum and Ian McCauley up in Ottawa posted photos of the local show that their hobby shop up there, the Hobby Center, puts on. It's kind of car focused, but not exclusive to cars. And man, there are a lot of talented car modelers out there. I mean, I was really impressed with some of the photographs that were posted.
Well, along those same lines, Dave, also, we want to shout out Steve Hustad and Jeff Groves, Inch High Guy, because Steve went to Nordicon.
Yes.
And posted a crap ton of pictures from that show.
Yes.
And Jeff Groves has done the same from the MMCL.
Yes, he did. And it was nice to get to see Jeff in person. It was nice to sit down with Jeff. It was nice to go have lunch at the fish restaurant that's right in front of the convention center, which, by the way, folks, I can highly recommend the place called the Fish House in Shepherdsville, Kentucky. Really good fish.
Well, I like it when the folks post those massive photo dumps, because I'll be honest, I don't like to go around and take all those pictures. It's never been my thing, because I've never been one to go back and look at them.
Yeah, although you know what's a great way to if you do take those pictures to handle that. I know some people put them as a screensaver and they do a slideshow on their computer, which is one good way to do it. But now these massive digital picture frames, where for $100 you can get a 12, 14, or 16-inch frame, and you can basically load up all those photos and have them running, hanging on your wall in your model room, or you can put them in the family room, although the wife's probably going to object to that one. But it's a great way to actually see all those old pictures from old shows. And it's amazing when you look back at some of the amazing models that you saw and then you forgot about until you see the picture again.
Well, once more, I'd like to thank all those folks who are doing that and encourage you to keep it up. It's really appreciated.
It is, very much so.
Well, folks, that is it for October, and hopefully we'll bring you 2 great episodes, and you might get surprised by a few shorts dropped in between as well.
Yep, we're working for you. We're working. We've got lots of ideas percolating, so hopefully you'll see a lot of things from us in the coming few months.
Talk to you in 125, Dave.
You got it.